Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters worldwide, it is yours truly, the big guy with the big show, the Lord Nelson, that is. And today's episode of Sensational Singles is brought to you by the new album by Plastic Catastrophe with Lord Nelson, titled 2. Yes, indeed, it's an amazing banger. Head bangers, got that groove. You shall be entertained. Don't play yourself. It is exclusively on Bandzoogle, and I will leave the link for you to download it. It's only $9.99. Come on, man, stop playing. It's that dope and worth the purchase price. You guys be good. The album 2 by yours truly, the Lord and the magnificent Matt Acevedo from Plastic Catastrophe with Lord Nelson. You guys be good. Peace. Woo!
You are now tuned into Sensational Singles. I am the Lord Nelson, that is, and you shall be entertained. Make sure to subscribe, like, love, share, and comment. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, music lovers from every corner of the globe, welcome back to Sensational Singles, brought to you by the Crowncast Network in association with 5 Royals ENT. I'm your host, the big guy with the big show, the Lord Nelson, that is. And today we're diving into a song that floats through time like a smooth summer breeze, a record that has been sampled, covered, celebrated, and cherished for decades, a masterpiece of blue-eyed soul that has become a permanent part of the soundtrack of love, a permanent part, no doubt. Today's sensational single is What You Won't Do for Love by Bobby Caldwell. Now let's set the scene. It's 1978. Disco is dominating the airwaves. Funk is still heavy in the clubs. Soul music is evolving. And out of Miami, Florida, comes a record that nobody saw coming. Bobby Caldwell, a singer, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist, signs with TK Records, and the label wants a hit, man. Something smooth, something that can cross genres, and what they get is pure magic, yeah. What You Won't Do for Love is built on a foundation of soul, jazz, pop, and R&B. All blended into a sound that is as smooth as silk and as warm as a sunset. Now, how beautiful is that, yo? The first thing that hits you is that iconic opening guitar riff. It's subtle, it's groovy, and it sets the mood immediately. Then the Rhodes piano floats in. Yo, Eric Frampton, what's up, baby? You know what I'm talking about. Followed by a bass line that glides rather than walks. And everything about the arrangement feels effortless, like a conversation between instruments or like Steph Curry shooting a jump shot. Yeah. And then Bobby Caldwell's voice arrives. Smooth, emotional, sincere, not overpowering, not showy, just pure feeling. And the lyrics, they tap into one of the most universal truths about love. Because sometimes love makes you do things you never thought you would, right? What you won't do for love. You tried everything, but you don't give up. That line alone sums up the entire human experience of romance. Love pushes us. Love tests us. Love humbles us. And this song captures that perfectly. Now, here's where the story gets more interesting. When the record first dropped, many people assumed Bobby Caldwell was a black artist. Radio stations were playing the song heavily on R&B stations before most audiences even knew what he looked like. The label actually helped that mystique by not putting his face on the original album cover. So when audiences discovered that the man behind the soulful masterpiece was a white singer from Florida, it surprised a lot of people. But here's the truth about great music, man. Soul doesn't have color. Soul is about feeling. Soul is about the authenticity. Soul is about connection. And Bobby Caldwell had all of that. Now, What You Won't Do for Love climbed the charts and became a massive hit, reaching the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 and becoming an R&B classic. But the story doesn't even stop there, yo. This record went on to become one of the most sampled and revered songs in hip-hop history. Because artists like Tupac, man, use it in the classic track Do for Love. What a great song. The legendary producer Jay Dilla flipped it. And countless hip-hop producers have built entire moods from the groove, man. That is truly the power of a timeless record. It doesn't just live in one era. It reintroduces itself to new generations over and over again, man. And what makes this song even more beautiful is its simplicity. There's no overproduction, no flashy distractions, just a groove, a melody, and an emotion that feels real. It's the kind of song that plays during a late night drive, right? Or the kind that fills the room at a quiet dinner, or the kind that makes you think about somebody. Yeah. That's why nearly 5 decades later, it still hits just as hard as it did then. What You Won't Do for Love isn't just a song. It's a feeling. It's a moment. It's proof that sometimes the most powerful music is the music that whispers instead of shouts. And that is why this record is a sensational single. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the big guy with the big show, the Lord Nelson, that is. And this has been another edition of Sensational Singles, brought to you by the Crowncast Network in association with 5 Royals ENT. And as always, thank you for taking the time to spend some time. I really mean that. And until next time, remember, music, no matter the genre, is universal and the greatest high and the greatest time machine we know. Once again, thank you guys so much. Make sure you subscribe, like, love, share, comment, and go to YouTube and watch the entire episode, man. Yes, indeed. Thank you once again. I love you so much, man. You guys be good. More love, less hate. Peace. Woo. Ha ha. Yeah.
You are now tuned into Sensational Singles. I am the Lord, Nelson that is, and you shall be entertained. Make sure to subscribe, like, love, share, and comment. Let's go.